Hello everyone, this is Griffin Station back here with another Jump Force video, and in this video I will be talking about the patch that will be coming out soon. We don't have an official date on when this patch will go live, but we do know that at least in Japan that it went live 2 days ago, so I assume it will be coming out in America and in Europe and all other countries sometime soon. And on Bandai Namco Europe's official patch note post, they state that in this patch that for general notes we'll get improved game stability that should be expected. We'll be getting 27 purchasable costumes at the shop counter and character balance adjustments. Now before we get into the character balance adjustments, I just want to talk about the 27 purchasable costumes. That's quite a lot of costumes. If they're going to continue adding this many costumes this regularly, I feel like we're going to be having a lot of different costumes that we could be seeing in Jump Force. Now of course this will probably be split across the genders, so it could actually not be as much as we're expecting, but we will have to just wait and see. Theoretically, we could just be seeing about 13 to 14 different costumes per type of avatar, just because there are some gender-specific clothing, although these could be 27 pieces of clothing that are non-gender specific, and we could just be seeing it used on any created character that we have. As far as battle adjustments, the first battle adjustment that was made was to Ryo, and he actually had a couple. The first one is his double rocket launcher's homing performance. They adjusted it so after it's activated, if you try to activate a second double rocket launcher, it will basically just explode the bullets that he fired off in the air and not continue those tracking and just fire off the new ones. This is a pretty good nerf considering Ryo could be easily spammed using his rockets, so I'm glad to see that they changed this. We also got his throw adjusted. He can now throw opponents further when up against male characters. Ryo has two different throws. If he's doing it against a male character, he just does a regular type of throw, while when against a female character, he tries to jump at them, and then the hammer swings down on top of him. And that one flung the opponent really far, and so I think they're just matching the throw distance between his normal throw and his throw against female characters. Now as far as Ichigo, he also got a couple different changes. For Ichigo's first change, they changed his Getsuga Tensho, or Getsuga Junji Sho. They didn't say how they changed it, but they changed its homing performance and essentially the tracking time, and so we could either be seeing this nerfed or made a lot better. We will just have to wait and see because they didn't actually specify which way they went on it. Also for Ichigo, for his support ability, they changed it so he can no longer use Getsuga Juji Sho for his support ability. He can only use Getsuga Tensho. The next change that we got was for Dio, and it's about his checkmate ability. It says on Dio's checkmate's additional attack, adjusted opponent's knockback distance after additional attack is hit. It doesn't say whether the opponent will be launched further or if they will stay closer to Dio. We will have to see when the patch officially comes out. Then the next change was for Shiryu. His change was towards his Rising Dragon Punch. Basically, it shortened Shiryu's recovery time after he hits with the Rising Dragon Punch. I feel this is a really good change because Shiryu, as shown in the clip I have here, just sort of stands still for so long after he uses it, and it gives the opponent a major opening to just launch in an attack at you. And the last character that they did changes for was for Gon. They adjusted the homing performance on Gon's down smash, which was at max charge, and it also shortened the opponent's block stun against Rush 1, 2, and Heavy 1 for Gon. I wasn't able to get any footage of this just because I was forcing a CPU, but I'm showing the combo string that Gon uses with the Rush 1 and 2 and the Heavy 1. Now for me personally, Gon isn't that great, so I don't know why they're making it even worse for him, at least if I'm reading the patch correctly, because they're making it so the opponent has less time to unblock against Gon. And so if they just left it the way how it was, Gon would be able to, you know, get in there and maybe throw the opponent, but right now they're just making Gon worse in this situation. We all just have to wait and see how Gon actually plays out, but I do feel it's a strange change nonetheless. Bandai Namco themselves didn't post this portion of the patch notes, but this was posted by Bandai Namco Japan, and they said the following contains improvements planned for medium and long-term support. We plan to continue updating this game well past its initial release, and so that's really good to hear. It's not just going to stop after this patch. I think they really are going to dedicate a lot of resources onto making this game as balanced and as fun as possible, especially throughout the DLC season. And so the first change that they're planning on doing is shortening load times. We've already seen some load times shortened, but they're still dedicated on shortening these load times. We also have improve and adjust the battle system. As we have seen in this patch and the previous patch, they have been adjusting the battle system and improving it. It's good to see that they're still looking to the future and planning on improving the battle system even further, so we can eventually get to a state where everyone is pretty much happy with the game. We then also have improve online and offline lobby functions. This will also be great. When I'm playing offline on Jump Force, the lobby isn't an issue, but I do get some frame rate problems when I'm playing around online and just trying to get to the counter that I want to get to. Sometimes it's just crowded with people and it takes me about 5 to 10 seconds to actually be able to hover over the counter owner and be able to talk to them to get to what I need to do, whether it be the online play, offline play, or the missions mode. We then also have the last bullet point, which says other requests made by customers for improvement. This is also something extremely positive to see for this game, because this just means that our feedback is actually being taken into consideration and that they are listening to what fans have to say about the game. If you want something changed, please let them know. Don't just do it because you want something changed, but do it because it would benefit the entire community that still plays Jump Force. And I'm super happy to see that this is something that they are still doing after launch. They then specify that at the end of the patch it says the content and schedule of the updates is subject to change, and they just do that to cover themselves just in case if they do not end up actually meeting their criteria in terms of what's in the patch and when it's released. And then after they say thank you for Jump Force's future. That's all this patch had to offer. It should be coming out soon. I don't know when exactly, but I assume probably the latest would be Wednesday of next week. So you can be sure to look out for that, and hopefully this will just be big improvements so people can start being happy with the game and maybe not complain as much when it comes to spammers. I know there's still going to be a lot of characters that are able to be spammed, but I think this should fix some of the gripes people had with the game. Let me know what you thought about the patch in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye!